Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this week has been a crazy week. You guys noticed that we haven't posted up much. I think we posted one video up, but we basically had all hands on deck with regards to the replica 333. So what we done is we finished the car up because it's leaving for the Mozambican rally on the 15th of July. So it was quite a rush because you guys remember that I told you in the previous video that we're busy with the chroming and stuff like that. So I finally got the stuff back from prepping for the chroming, but we decided that it's not going to be enough time basically to do the chroming. Firstly, figure it out, get the chroming done right, prep it up, and then still assemble the vehicle. So what I done was, Uncle Faisal from Kinross, he helped me out with all the chroming bits. So on Monday we had to rush through there. Basically, he's got a donor vehicle. We stripped the donor vehicle as complete as we could with all the chroming, but so the bumpers, all the trims here. So these are all second hand at the moment, and they are going to be changed later on. But we decided let's just do this here so we can get the car ready for the rally. When the car comes back, again we'll have to take off, and then I've got the kit available for it. So while the car is actually on the rally, we'll start with the chroming bits on it. So you'll see in the driving video, right, how this car drives, and I can't emphasize and I can't express myself more on how this vehicle drives. There's a few other people that's driven the car just as for test purposes. So like your Zahir Singh, he knows original vehicles. He's tested the car, he's driven it, and he's been one of my go-to guys. Uncle Faisal drove it yesterday, and I think we're on point here. There's still a few small things that we need to finish up on the vehicle, right? So quite a few small things in the engine bay, and when I say small things, I'm talking about now the original clips and grommets, and that's a really small detail that goes into completing these cars. The interior is quite there. I would say the interior is about maybe 98% there. Again, it's the small things here and there. We're picking up a rattle that's coming from the driver's side under the kick panel, which I'm assuming is the computer box and the vent gauge control unit. So I think that's rubbing on each other. I think we still need to investigate that further. The suspension is sorted, it's solid as can be. Besides, I think I just need to investigate something on the side here. This is now your fine-tuning rattles of getting the car as silent as possible. There's something on the driver's side here, but something silly, so we're just going to investigate that on Monday quickly before she goes. But we are taking her now for her stickers. Anyway guys, like in the previous video, there was actually a slideshow that we showed. Unfortunately, I didn't do a full video on the build, right? So I've taken a lot of photos on our social page, on our Facebook page. There was a lot of photos on it, and I used to update just via a photo shoot. This time around, we're going full on video. So yes, it's a replica. It's not meant to be. We're not advertising it as a 333i, but we've built a replica, and from day one, it's been marked as a replica. But the difference here is that the only difference to this vehicle and a replica is that this shares a different VIN number. Besides for that, everything in this vehicle is 333. So from your engine bay to your interior, to your drivetrain, to your engine, to the radiator, to the engine brackets, to every single thing is 333. So we've spent a lot of time running to certain vehicles, right? Certain vehicles which we believe are either as close to original or are original. One of the vehicles that we've also been through, and this is where we found out about all the clips and nuts and bolts, and not nuts and bolts as such, but mostly the clips and grommets, is a vehicle that's got an original mileage of 108,000 kilos on it. And we're going to do a test drive later on that vehicle in the 333 series, the 333 season. So there's a lot of, yes, we spent about 2 years building this car, but there's a lot of detail gone into it. And a person can't emphasize on how much time there's gone into it, how much of work has gone into it, how much of information, how much of phone calls up and down. So your guys like Uncle Sean from TuneTech, Butti Butler, Alec from Evolution 2, Paul Casson, Louis at Custom Restorations, Mac in Cape Town, Uncle Faisal up and down, whoever knows, Zane Francis, that is a bomb. He's helped me wherever I needed help, wherever I could. Wherever I got stuck, the man was there. But everybody got involved for this vehicle, right? SAB Masharaz, whoever had some sort of knowledge, got involved into this build. And I think With the outcome of it, everybody was actually excited to see the outcome of the vehicle, because it's not, this is a different one as to the normal triple threes that I've been telling you about. Yeah, we're finding the barn finds, or we're finding the cars, the dead cars, and we're bringing them back to life. This was built on nothing. So I found a 320 shell. So there's a 320 shell with a sunroof. That's it. There was nothing. It had normal 320 front suspension. I think it even had drums at the back. We've had to start from scratch. Remember, we didn't have any reference point at that point in time to start with. So we had to learn, sorry about that, we had to learn everything we could on a triple three. So from nut and bolt, from front to back, bumper to bumper, inside, outside, and we're still learning. Till today, we're still learning. Putting the sticker kit on, we still learned about that. So there's two. It's not everybody has the correct information that we need regarding the triple threes. So this is what makes the build so fun. If you're building an IS, you pick up the phone and you can phone anybody. Right? There's a lot of people who's got a lot of knowledge on the 325 IS. They've built it in and out. They've done it. Yes, checkbox done. Triple three, not so easy. So small details is the rubber between the bumper and the beading. This rubber here. Your normal chrome bumpers don't come with it. The triple threes come with it. Your rubbers on the beadings. Only the MTEC cars come with it, so the traps came with it, right? But I'm going to take you through a couple of things of how this vehicle is put together, and it's taken time. It's taken time. It's the team put behind it, the effort from the team, from my team, put into it. Yes, and we've made a lot of mistakes. We've made a lot of mistakes because we had to learn as we went. One of the ways that we learned was through, so anyway, this is a quick one here. So in November, December, we started the car. We started the car in October. The car started on the turn. We blueprinted the motor. We've mic'd it. The motor was nice, soft, smooth. But we could never get the car to cool down. So common triple three, it runs an electric fan. We thought there's issues. We went through everything. From fan settings, temperature settings, the temperature switch settings, different fans, bleeding radiators, bleeding the water system. Something so stupid like lifting the water bottle up as we're bleeding it, just to get all the air out, etc., etc. Until we found two things, right? And this information I'm gonna keep to myself. Uncle Sean from TuneTech will, you'll remember this. Anyway, we found two issues with the car, right? One is being a brand new motor, right? And this is where mistakes do get made, not only from us, but from engineers as well. There's been 3 cracks on the block. So the motor didn't build up pressure, it didn't leak in water anyway, it didn't mix water in oil, it just kept on overheating. Found 3 cracks on the block, not on the head. Sorted that out, and we found a trick to the trade with regards to the cooling system. So we've had our fair share of fun and games with this vehicle, getting all the electrical working, getting everything else working on it. So anyway, you'll see later in the video, right? We've done the drive-through on it. So this vehicle is not built as a garage queen vehicle. It's built to drive. So the car's been standing with us for a couple of months as we were busy with the chroming and assembling and stuff like that. We've also had issues on paint. I showed in the previous video or the slideshow that the car had to be repainted. So a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time has gone into this vehicle. Anyway, the whole of last week we put the car together. Then we finally got out for testing yesterday. Testing, we went up and down. We finally saw that the speedo wasn't working. Since we put it's got something to do with the radio. It's got something to do with the radio or whatever it is. I don't know. We're gonna figure that out on Monday quickly. So sorry, man, we're getting disturbed here. But anyway, a lot of work has gone into it, right? So we found that the speedo is not working. So it's either when he came back from the radio guys or somewhere of the sort. We need to sort it out. But bottom line is, we jumped in the vehicle yesterday after going up 200 meters. And we jumped in and we went to Mpumalanga. So we drove about 200 k's up, drove in there for about 10-20 k's and then 200 k's back, roughly. And the vehicle went fine. So no issues, nothing to do on the vehicle. Yes, besides for the small clips and grommets that I would like to get, but besides for that, nothing. That's how this guy has been built. This guy's been built to go. So we're gonna try and join Shiraz and the team from SA Beamer. I think it's in October for the tunnel run. That's Joburg to Cape Town and a couple of drives in Cape Town, and then we come back. So this is one of the vehicles that's going to be joining them, right? There's a whole convoy of us going, and there's a couple of cars from the Ratical team that's going to go through. That we're going to do another episode about. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to do it with Charaz. I'm waiting for him to get here, and we're going to do that with Charaz because that's something nice to do as well. Guys, let's go through the vehicle. I hope you guys enjoy this build as much as we did. Let's go through the vehicle. Let me just take you through a quick squiz through the engine bay, through the interior. Like I told you, there is a couple of small items missing here and there, but I think it was worth the build. And the small items I'm talking about is the detailed items. Let's go through the vehicle quickly, and then tell me what you think. Okay guys, so let's go through this quickly. Guys, a couple of guys have been complaining about the audio quality. We apologize for that. We are working on it. So yeah, okay, engine bay. Let me rather take a walk around. I think the sun is on the other side. So engine bay is identical 333. So whatever you find of a 333, you will find on this replica. Right. We've chosen, on this car, we've chosen ABS. We've chosen power steering on the vehicle and not aircon. Aircon is another ball game by itself. So the Alpina intake is on here, the Alpina radiator. The engine brackets, I can't get to that now, but that's Alpina on there. Another thing is the rotors, the discs. These are the bigger discs and calipers, not aftermarket, it's hunted down. These are 333. There's actually Alpina engraved on the rotors. The sticker kit is on. You'll see on the chroming bits, we're not too happy about that, but we've got to live with it for now. This is the interior of the car. So you can see we still took some tools with us yesterday quickly. So we just took some tools with us quickly. I think you guys saw the interior in the video yesterday. But this is how this guy's come together. So there's a few more things that we need to do on the vehicle. But she came out nice. This is something that we're very proud of putting this gutter bearing back in here with the locks in place properly. And it took a long time to do it, but we got it done. So you'll see over in the front as well. So the car's still gonna get detailed properly, but we're not gonna do the detail now. We'll do it after the Mozambique rally. But she looks good. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy the drive. Let us know what you guys think. Okay guys, so the replica, we had to give it a quick rush just to get the car done for the Mozambique rally. I'm not too sure exactly what the name is, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, they drive from Joburg to Richards Bay all the way to Mozambique, and then back the same way. Can be wrong, but I think that is about the route. So you've seen in the first clip that we got the 333 tackle kit on, we got the badges on, we got the bumpers on, the window locks, all of that is on. We sent the guy in for an aftermarket alarm, of which we don't really like doing, and then we get the car back just to test and see that the speedo is not working. So I gotta figure that out when we get back, and then I just gotta do alignment on the car. This is the radio that we brought in now from, I think we got it from Saudi. It's a blow band radio, but it's actually got USB features. It's got the face of the late 80s, early 90s, but it's actually got late functions of, it's got an SD card, a USB, and it's got an auxiliary. So she sounds actually quite nice. I have my phone plugged in there. Yeah, this is a normal FM. You're not going to hear much on here, but your phone quality is actually quite nice. So we didn't do it. There's no amps running in the car. There's nothing. There's no major aftermarket sound. We're just running the 5 1/4 on the foot panels, and then the standard sound at the back. But I think we went over to JBLs, and then we got a nice. I'm not even too sure exactly what we put in there, because I'm not the sound guy. I just wanted something decent, but and I told the sound guy to handle it. Okay, so just a bit of history on this vehicle, right? I know with the last. The first video I've actually done on the vehicle was a whole lot of slideshows of all the photos together with
this car started up is a client of mine's walked in one day and they said, okay, fine, how much to bowl I is? But he's got an Evo 1, he's got an Evo, sorry, he's got a Shellline and he's got an Evo 2. I said, no man, let's build something different. Let's build a 333. At that point in time, I knew nothing about a 333i. Yes, I knew what a 333i was, but I had no information about the vehicle, nothing of the sort. No way of, sorry about that, no way of sourcing parts and a whole lot of things like that. Anyway, so we started off with a shell. So this is actually a 320 shell, right? And if you know the 333s are actually based on the 323 shells. So we didn't worry too much about what the shell was because they're basically all the same. Then we opted for obviously the two-door, so it's a coupe shell, but with a sunroof, right? And we said we're going to make this car a power steering vehicle and not an aircon vehicle. And thank goodness for that, because this, I don't even want to know. Look, we've got one aircon or two aircon cars there, of which we can actually see now where the differences are. But at that point in time, we had no idea even which side the aircon sat. Anyway, the build started. We sent the body in. Body took quite a few months to get done. We had issues with the body at the body shop. Anyway, she came out quite nice. She came out clean. But then in the previous video, you guys saw the flaws that we actually found on her. So the car's been re-sprayed. But again, this won't fall under a restoration. It's actually going to fall under a build restoration, because we've built the car from nothing, from zero. It had nothing. No, not one LP nut, but not one. Basically, it was a rolling shell. It had the front suspension on that was in pear-shaped condition. It had the rear suspension on. There wasn't even a diff on there, and that's it. And we went from there. Basically, we started with the front. Then we realized what radiators we need on there. We needed the Alpina radiator, the smaller radiator, and we started working from there. So Alpina radiator, it's smaller, and this is basically the only E30. I'm not too sure about the E30 M3, right? But as my knowledge, in South Africa, this is the only E30 that uses the electric fan. So because of the space between the motor and the radiator, it runs an electric fan, right? And it's got a two-stage setting on it. Everybody flashing on the road, we're getting a lot of attention. Anyway, and then we got the 3-liter/3.3 block in here. We got a 535 head. Then we had issues now. So anyway, we said, okay, fine. We couldn't get 89mm oversized pistons. So what we had to do was, what we said within Breeze, we're going to use the 91 or 92mm 535 piston. And anyway, we got that. We had that block built up, so we used the 535 rods and pistons, right? And the combo worked out well. The combo worked out well, but in December, sorry man, just overtake. I'm bad at multitasking. Anyway, in December, so anyway, we started the car up. The car had a nice tow. We drove the car, but when I say drove the car, I meant 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, just testing up and down, pass around the shop and so on like that. And the torque from the 535, now I can actually feel the difference, and I'll tell you about later. But anyway, testing the car, then we started to bleed the car. Right now, we just went up and down the road, came back. Okay, now we know the motor's fine, we know gearbox is fine, we're not getting anything. Let's start tackling the water system. So she was running water, but because we went up and down, we were just eager and excited to get it up and down. Came back, we decided now, let's bleed the car. Anyway, we could bleed the car didn't build up pressure or anything. But this heat gauge gave us hell. So the whole of late November and the whole of December until we closed, which was about the 21st or the 23rd, I can't even remember. We worked on this car until then, right? And the cylinder head came back off. We thought maybe the head was cracked. Went back on. Took it back off again, put the second head on, because we took the head from number 6 just to try and troubleshoot it. Because at that point, all the engineers are closed, so you got no one to actually assist you. By the time that the head came off the third time, we looked and inspected the block properly just to find 3 cracks between the head bolts to the water joints. So we had to scrap that block there and we had to start over again. So we gone back to the 89mm bore now. That's the 3.3 or 3.2, 3.3 bore. Where I can actually feel this car. I can actually feel the torque difference now between the 92mm bore and the 89mm bore. And it is huge. anyway, so we got the motor now mated to the dog leg box using the correct gearbox. We are running the crank sensors, the two pickup sensors on the flywheel. We're not using the Motronic system. We've had to build the engine harness from scratch to make to the 323 harness, etc, etc, get everything working. So you can see our check panels, everything works in this car. Sorry, Uncle Faisal is phoning me here and I'm on my way to him. We're actually taking a nice drive. So anyway, the check panel, all your fault functions are, they're all operating, they're all clear. Besides for the speedo now, which I'm cringing about because of like they've seen this long drive speed and also recorded the mileage. That is, the speedo is the only thing basically not working. The vent gauge, I don't know if the sun is in the way here. Vent gauge is working, the temperature is running, the car is running cool. So for 333i, look, it is cold, it's winter here. So what we're running now, at engine oil temperature is running at 75 degrees. We are running on the first quarter of the leakage. So that is all spot on. So the primary fan comes on at about, I think from the first line. I think it's about 75 degrees, if I can remember. 75 or 80 degrees, I can't remember now what the switch is. And the secondary fan, that's the main fan, comes on at about 83, 85 degrees around there. And she cools the car down nicely. This system works properly. This system works nice. So anyway, you guys have seen all the photos, you've seen all the build pics, and we've got the 10 interior. So the color scheme is the Aero Silver. That's the look we went for, right? Not the 10. I can't remember why I keep on saying 10. Even in the previous video I mentioned 10 all the time. It's cream. So we're going for the cream carpet, cream roof lining, and cream. Hey, this road is buzzing. And cream interior, of which I think it suits. This car just looks the part. The sticker kit is on. You guys can see how the car actually looks now on the exterior compared to the videos or the photos that I showed you before. It looked like a chrome bumper with a MTEC 1 kit on it. Now you can actually see how this car has come alive, basically with the kit on it. Moving back, we're running the 293 ratio tough on there, so you can see we're cruising at about 120 now at 3000 RPM. The car is nice, the car is quiet inside. Only thing I don't like is, and we had the steering rack, we've got a bit of play on here, and I hate this here because we had the steering rack reconditioned. So it's not leaking or anything, but we've got this play, so I've got to sort that out. But other than that, this car's actually got a nice ground. She's a little bit lazy, but we're squeezing it in. So we've got about 450 k's on this motor here, but she's quiet all the way. And she's smooth. So a car built from scratch. It's not we never had a complete car that we could work with. It wasn't a complete car that we took down and restored or built from there. This was nothing on this vehicle. So there you go, guys. This is what a 333 feels like. And how do I know it feels the same as a normal 333? We've got 4 others there. 2 original cars and 2 cars that are so-called restored. But we've got those vehicles there. And this car drives the best out of all of them. And I'm proud to say that. I'm actually proud. I'm very proud to say that. Well done to the team. The team done a good job on it. I think we're actually sitting here. I'm gonna say it straight on. There is a little bit of a big area between all of us, and it is an accomplishment. So what we're actually doing now is we've got a buddy of ours, Uncle Faisal, in Kinross, in Mpumalanga. So our test run. We're actually on the N17 highway now, doing a nice test to him. So this is that sensitivity on the steering, and I need to sort that out. But we're doing a nice test run to him. But hey, she's not, just look at this car, look at this. We're in 4th gear now. When you squeeze, she wants to go, she wants to get up and go on top. But I've got to watch out for cameras here, for cops here as well. So we're just going to keep her about 130 or so, just cruising. And again, like I said, everything works on the vehicle. The car is running behaved, there's no leaks, there's no water issues, there's no oiling issues, there's nothing. So I think the 2000k rally they're gonna enjoy themselves. I just want to get the steering deck sorted out. They're gonna enjoy themselves on it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed partially of what I could find on this specific build, but I will keep you up to date on the rest of the 333s that we're building. But this is the outcome of it. We don't build garage queens. We build cars to use. They don't go to shows on a truck, on a rollback, or on the truck, you know, these truck carriers. They get driven to where they're going to. Anyway guys, please like, subscribe and share our channel. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope that you can see the appreciation that we got in the 333s. And I always told you that as to the IS and the 325is and so on like that, yes, they're nice cars, but I've got a personal attachment to the 333s, and this is the reason why. Cheers guys.